To your iPads, my fine fan figure.
Okay, we're
Jonathan,
streaming
that game you showed me, Microsoft, microscope.
Microsoft?
Microscope.
That operating system you showed me, Microsoft. Wow. Awesome.
The other one's cool. I didn't understand what's going on.
I got high and played it by myself. So if you go to that file, it's very populated now.
Great. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. Oh, Intern 3D Poo is here already. Sorry.
3D Poo, hi.
I'm gonna load up Twitch. So I already told Maya about this, and Kat already knows about it. Sam will catch you up so you stop feeling like you're so left out. Like the lighting changed to blue on Sam once he felt left out. It's a game called Microscope, and it's like a role-playing game that someone made essentially for people to kind of like collaboratively invent a history together. Cool. And it seems pretty adaptable in that, like, if you were a group of people that wanted to, make your favorite TV show or something, you could do that, or you could start completely from scratch and invent a totally made up like original content history. So yeah, we're thinking of playing it for Tough Guy Mountain, but we haven't actually done it yet. It's like you pretty much like define periods, and then you put like events in each period, and then you go into each of those events and kind of like role play out like what might have happened. So for Tough Guy Mountain, where we have kind of a broad history that we've made over time, we could like go in and pick a not particularly well fleshed out period and like kind of role play. I feel like we could like even do it as like a side quest or something in Bodro Plaza. One day we could play Microsoft. I still haven't read the full rule book, so I don't actually know, but it's pretty straightforward and basic, and it's pretty fun.
Cool.
Microscope. Hey 3D Poo. So I want to do a quick recap, and I also wanted to give you guys little updates on my weekly rule freaking around. Jonathan, do you remember how I was complaining to you about how it's like less fun when people use spells they already have because there's no like roll mechanic, and it's not like there's no chance of failure, and it just kind of like feels less interactive. So I decided to just make the spell storing one dice roll more complicated, but I think it will make it a lot more useful. And I think I've been like running some little experiments with the numbers, and it the universe makes more sense with it. So what we're going to do, if you'll notice in your character sheets, I added one number. If you guys just want to open your character sheets right now, I'm going to open up I'm going to open up curses. And if you go under the 6 stream section of your character sheet, there's now a new procedure bonus and then a dice number beside it. You should all have a D6 there. So
is it under bio and info?
There's this. Yeah, it's the only place there is anything, unless you put stuff in attributes and abilities.
Okay.
Because vitals, attributes, brand, and then 6 streams.
I see 6 streams now.
Yeah. Sorry, I know this is boring, so I'll like wrap it up quickly.
No, I wasn't yawning because of that.
So now if you ever yawn, I'll take it immediately.
I was like, fuck, I really hurt your feelings.
So pretty much you now roll when you're making a new spell, instead of rolling a d20 and adding that bonus permanently, like how like any existing spells you have right now are like plus 20 or plus 17 or plus 22, you're now going to roll just a 6-sided dice and keep that number with it, and then you'll roll the spell every time and add that bonus as well as your 6 streams bonus to it. So you'll end up let's say that. So if anyone has like a spell right now that's above 17, just turn that into a plus 6. we'll adjust these things kind of as we go, and I'll eventually like overhaul it, especially if I like find it is working better, and I think it will. So you'll have like, Milady Green Vapors will be a +6, and you'll add +6 to your roll as well as your holography bonus.
Okay.
And as you go forward in level, your hit dice will increase. So in the level progression template, like a level 4, 5, or 6 intern rolls a d6. A level 1, 2, or 3 intern rolls a d4, and it goes. A level 20 C-level executive rolls a 20-sided dice for their. So essentially, like, your ability to create more powerful spells goes up, which I think works better because, like, it just seemed like spells could be. Like, it was the way things were going once you guys got more powerful, like spells were just going to be like plus 45, and it was going to be hard to kind of determine what was the difference between like a +20 and a +45. Like at a certain point, the 20-sided dice mechanic was not going to be helpful. So you now have a separate dice. So you only roll when you're making a when you're making a spell for the first time to determine its bonus. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Since we're going to be kind of in combat today, I did want to go over action points. You guys all have an assigned number of action points, which is how much you can use per turn. And I just wanted to explain the currency of that. So casting a spell that you already know costs 2 action points. Moving costs 1 action point. And moving is anything from like interacting with an item, jumping, hiding, or moving like, 20 feet. And then casting a new spell, like you're coming up with a spell and casting it for the first time, will cost 4 action points. So it's kind of like a full round action.
Where is this written down?
I'll make a handout right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can do it while we're doing other stuff if you want.
No, it's like it will take me 1 second, so I mean, I can make it pop up on the screen. Action points. Save changes and show to players. Show to everyone. Oh, I made a mistake. 1 sec. I put it in the game master's notes instead of the
game master notes.
That's so embarrassing.
Guys, cut me some slack.
Okay.
There you go. And you can now reference that whenever. Anyways, okay, boring stuff over. Let's do a quick recap and start playing. Oh, I also have an aesthetic question for you guys.
Okay.
I wanted to rename the Intern handheld device because it's a boring name. At first, I found like names like that funny, but now there's too many of them, so I want to create some more branded things. So I wanted to user test some names with you guys.
Okay.
So for your handheld, I've got 3 options. Where's episode 4? So the most basic one is just calling it, like everyone calls it, a handheld. It's not like an Intern handheld device. It's just a handheld. I think it's got good. I think it's like the most basic one, but also like it's kind of like the executives are holding your hand.
Aww.
On the more complicated one is calling them peripatetics.
Whoa.
Anyone know that word?
No.
Yeah, I've heard it before, but I don't know what it means.
I didn't know the word, so you guys don't have to feel stupid. It's okay that you didn't know what this word was. And, for 3D Poo watching at home, maybe you know it, but yeah, it just means walking or traveling about, itinerant. I'm not going to get into the etymology, but, it seems like a good word. It's got some snap to it, and it's kind of like old in Greek or something. I think there's like a school called a peripatetic. Oh, I don't have Google on this, so it's not giving me the definition that. There's a peripatetic school, and in ancient, or like there was one, and it was a school of philosophy in ancient Greece.
This is just giving me results in Greek. So that's really not helpful, Ian.
Yeah, I mean, walking about or from place to place, traveling on foot, of or relating to the philosophy of teaching methods of Aristotle, conducted discussions while walking about in the Lyceum of ancient Athens. One who walks from place. So, like essentially the people calling their phones mobiles. So it's, I probably just like thesaurus mobile. And peripatetic came up. Oh, and the third one, I was trying to go for like a kind of like, what's it called? What's the place where they make all the tech? What's the valley with the tech in it?
Silicon Valley?
Yeah, going for more like a Silicon Valley vibe, and like a more cultural appropriative vibe, and calling it a nomad, which I think is like the least cool one, and therein it's humoralized.
What if it's like nomad, but it's a silent G?
Silent G?
Like nomad?
Nomad.
Oh, nomad.
That's pretty funny.
Because interns are gnomes.
Just because I can imagine the logo right now.
What does the logo look like?
It's like the travel, or like the Expedia gnome, maybe, but it's like a cool version, like all flat or something.
I definitely accept that as a total replacement of the nomad suggestion. Like, that G is canon now for anyone that silent G is canon.
I have a suggested name, intern user device.
That's the same, like, that was because we were trying to make it sound like IUD.
That's just my only joke.
Right.
Trying to make it sound like IUD.
I think that intern handheld device was literally like you already made that joke, Jonathan, once, and then I forgot about it and wrote it down differently at some point.
Yes, I think
that's kind of funny too.
Yeah,
that does make it really
funny. Cool. That's good user feedback, guys.
Wait, so we're gonna vote or what?
Yeah. Do you want? I mean, you can put your vote in the chat, so you don't have to like socially perform it.
What are our options again?
So peripatetic, nomad, and IUD.
Handheld.
Or handheld.
What if we call it the crackberry?
Whoa.
I'm gonna write a little list right now. Intern and intern.
I just can't stop.
User device. Nomad, handheld, peripatetic.
Yeah, how's it spelled?
What's the last one? The most recent suggestion? Oh, crackberry?
I hated when people used to ask for BBMs because I didn't have it, and I was like, "So you're not gonna ask for my number? Like you'll ask for my BBM and I don't have it one, and you'll be like, okay." So like I wouldn't get dates.
Why would you want to date somebody that runs a small business?
No, everybody had BBM. Like
or works for the Obama administration.
Just that?
Or has a blue
BBM,
teeth and doesn't
worry,
think
Maya.
of stalky.
The whole time I had BBM, I didn't go on a single date. So
okay.
it in the end, it didn't matter. It's all.
Kat, weren't you born in BBM land?
I was born in BBM land. I was raised in BBM land. I cut my teeth on BBM.
I do remember them having a moment of just like platform messaging software that was desirable.
Yeah, I cut my teeth on that beautiful rotor ball in the center that you used to click everything.
Oh yeah.
They stayed like people still wanted that for years after. Like people did like that was like the phone that people thought they wanted.
Yeah, the physical keyboard phone.
Yeah, but no one actually stuck through with it. Everyone slowly slunk away.
Once you leave the physical keyboard, you have to look at the screen, and that is extremely powerful to constantly glue your eyes to the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, totally an example moment of like people thinking they know what they want and tech companies being like, we'll show you what you want.
Yeah.
We know what you want.
Okay, everyone.
Pathetic's funny because it sounds like pathetic.
Yeah.
Like very pathetic.
Wait, where's everybody voting, or are we not about to start voting?
There's a condescending part of each of these names. Like peripathetic is pathetic. Handheld is like the executive holding your hand. And nomad is like you're a gnome. IUD is yeah, that's John. Yeah.
Are we voting in the chat, or where are we voting?
You can do whatever you want. I'm just trying to get some feedback.
I vote peripatetic.
I'll vote for
but don't let my vote.
I think I'm gonna vote for. Yeah, I think peripatetic's good.
Were you wanting to be a devil's advocate for a second? I think I saw that impulse.
No, I also wanted to vote for peripatetic, but
a PPT.
Yeah,
I love that.
That works.
We're just a PP.
PP.
Why are you always holding your PP?
Peripatetic was also my favorite. Yeah, everyone walks around this town with their PP in their hand for everyone to see.
I'm going to insist on calling it a peripatetic, and I will not stray from calling it a peripatetic. I think it's disrespectful when you don't call it a peripatetic.
Everybody bring out their intern PPs.
It's an intern peripatetic.
Hello, but I can't read that.
Hello, Bjorn. Kids.
Bjorn.
BCNIJKS.
I love PP, says 3D Poo. Yay!
All right, we've got positive connotations with PP. That's the main thing I'm getting out of this user testing that we're doing right now.
Well, you have one negative connotation.
What? What's the negative one?
Well, Sam doesn't want to use it, which is fine.
Yeah, but he still likes peripatetic, so it's all right.
Yeah, it's peripatetic.
And he likes defending its full name.
Oh, okay, I like that.
He's still engaged with the overall product that we're asking him to use as an unpaid intern.
Okay.
The issue isn't peripatetic. The issue is people not saying peripatetic.
Good to see you, intern BCNJKS. Welcome to the world.
Is that a new intern?
Yeah.
Have we met them before?
New intern.
BCNJKS. If you want us to role play you a coffee, just let us know what kind of coffee you want, and we'll get one of our best people on it immediately. So let's do a quick recap, if you guys are ready for that. So at the end of the beginning of last adventure, you had just come back from Sheeples, or you started in Sheeples and you immediately left, having successfully obtained intern Shmee, who is formerly known as intern Schmidt. And you went back to the cafe and started getting your sort of like bearings, and you collaboratively developed a pretty cool marketing idea as well as content delivery platform, and that involved a bunch of hot a bunch of sheep maidens from the brothel delivering special sailor hats to anyone who would accept them, and then as soon as they put on the hats, you guys rolled really well, so you actually made like this whole thing worked. You made a cannon that immediately would fire off a coffee into the hat that they were wearing, and then they drink the coffee out of the sailor hat. And then you started handing out some hats and getting some people to try it. I don't know if you did, like, if you pushed I don't know if you guys have put this into production yet, or if it's like, it's just kind of ready to go. I know that you guys tried it a couple times and it worked. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
I also remember that you, it is recorded in the Americano Kano sheet that there are 4 sheep girl deck swabbers: Cassandra, Nat, Towel, and Chi-Chi. Is that correct, Maya?
Yeah.
I'm going to change their stats right now for IP purposes, because they're on the old system. So Cassandra's 11 is going to become a 3. Nat's 6 is going to become a 2. And Tao and Chi-Chi both get 6s. So, yeah.
Intern B, C, and IJKS would like a mocha, please.
Okay, that's great. That's, who wants to make the mocha?
We have to deliver it via hat cannon.
Yeah, so Intern BC and BC and JKS, Maya, can you describe one of the sheep girls?
Yeah, I have a really good description. Hold on.
I'll make the mocha.
So
Cassandra is tiny, a little stinky, but nice, but kind of like nice manure. Makes you feel nostalgic. Huge eyelashes, ridiculous hourglass shape figure.
And so that anthropomorphic sheep comes and hands you a sailor's hat and looks at you invitingly, suggestively, but I mean suggestively, to put the hat on. And if you put the hat on, I'm just going to assume you do speak now if you want to not put the hat on. Intern stands making the mocha and did a terrible job. It fires out of the cannon, lands in your hat. And you take a sip, and sometimes there's sometimes with new mochas, it's like, there's not enough chocolate. They use this fancy chocolate. It's not sweet enough. I just want a sweet mocha. This mocha has the opposite problem. It is like a child got to decide how much chocolate syrup to put in. It's way too much chocolate syrup. For the first couple sips, you're like, okay, this is good. There's enough chocolate in this. Maybe a little bit too much, but it's probably fine. But then, when you're really into it, you're like, I can't drink this. This is just warmed up chocolate syrup I can barely taste the coffee or the milk. This is way too sweet, too much sugar. So sorry, BCN JKS. I can't make you throw it out. You can totally drink it. Come by another time for a free mocha on the house if you complain about it. That is a +2 mocha.
The chocolate, it just squeezed too hard, and you can't put it back in, and it was kind of like, do I throw it out? Do I just send it?
You don't want to waste.
Yeah. And Intern 3D Pooh, who is watching you, Stan, turns to you and says, really the barometer that you should use in these situations is would you drink it? Is it servable? If it's servable, just get it out there, because you're in a rush. Not every drink can be perfect. But if it's not, whoa, who's
what's that noise?
Oh, sorry. Cat was opening a bag of pistachios.
and put the mic inside.
Do you mind if I do this here?
Yeah, ever had someone on an online thing just start eating chips? One time I did that in a group thing, and people just screamed at me. I was like, chip eating is the loudest thing in a mic. Pistachio bag opening, close second. Yeah, Intern 3D Pooh is like, if it's not servable, just start again. People don't mind waiting. But people do, mind throwing out their drinks that they, didn't pay for, but people like to feel like they pay for it. Okay, Intern Stan?
Yeah.
Are you insulted by? Are you upset?
No,
At this?
no, it's fine.
Are you disappointed?
We should
Fine.
we could sell a service that's like practicing difficult workplace conversations on both ends, and it's like playing the supervisor has to say that, and the employee who has to hear it. It's a lot to learn.
I'm absolutely paid enough for this, sir.
Yeah, good, right response.
So just to finish off the recap, very briefly, intern Monica sent you guys to the mud puddle to steal an important piece of IP, and that important piece of IP is the recipe for the mud pie at this very popular cafe called the Mud Puddle. You went to it. You walked by a bunch of really fun cafes. I think you guys stopped specifically at Poubelles, which was some sort of like weird, like fake French cafe where people looked like the character from Beauty and the Beast if they had been tossed into a dumpster, and the cafe itself was a talking dumpster.
Who's this for?
Well, Poubelles. You know, it's really in a world where there's only Americano kiosks, Sam. It's like harder to stand out than you'd think. So people go a little wild.
It's easier than this, though.
And then, so intern Stan was your designated scout. He went into the mud puddle and kind of got the strong impression from the like holographic barista that there was an intern Stan maybe working at this cafe. And so he used that to gain access. Intern Shmi went with him, and they both disappeared under the puddle of mud that is that cafe. Curse, Cashew, and Johnny are still standing on the surface, wondering where their friends disappeared to. And that is where we left off. We're going to start on the surface with the surface dwellers, Cash and Johnny. I'll go to you guys first and just. So you're standing there. Shmi and Schmidt have been gone maybe like 3 minutes. Is there anything that you want to do?
What Shmi and Schmidt went down to try to rescue Stan?
No. Shmi and Stan went down there, and you haven't. And that's it.
Oh, sorry.
You guys are all trying to get the mud puddle recipe, but they're gone.
And Stan is gone.
As an IP specialist, will I be? Could I like do like a test scan just to see how protected this IP is?
That's a good idea.
Yeah. Don't you haven't? You got an ability called like Identify Stream, I think, right? That's like an IP specific ability. You have to choose a target for your Identify Stream. Like, so you're not going to be able to get just like a huge batch of information. Like there's a whole, like you're in a very magical world. There's going to be a lot of streams going on here. So like,
streams of IP.
Yeah, the P streams too. The IP feeds.
So so I would like to identify stream and target maybe one of the mud pies that I see somebody getting from a server.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have to remember the new action points that you.
Yeah, just roll a 6. Identify stream is more like a class ability. So roll a d20 plus your plus your bonus.
So d20 plus 4. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I'm rolling. Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. You can get some stuff from that.
All right, so yeah, this is the first time you've used Identify Stream as a on food, and you're surprised. Probably, I can't actually speak for how you feel, but you might be surprised to learn it is quite an intricate blend of code, brand mutation, holography, and Vire.
Whoa!
I knew it.
There also is some SecOps in there so that you can't actually tell the ingredients. It's like how you can read ingredients on the back of a package, but you don't know like in what portions they are doled out.
And sometimes it just says spices.
Yeah. IP people are having an IP intern in your group is good to learn the nutritional value of anything that you eat.
But
So there's a lot of Vire in that. You should probably, not have that every day. But like Vire would be used to make something more of an addictive snack, which is probably clever move by them. The brand mutation would make you make certain associations while you're eating it and think of different things.
Like how Cheetos are made like really fluffy and they dissolve in your mouth really quickly, so your brain doesn't register that you've actually like eaten something, so you just keep going for it because your brain doesn't feel satisfied that it ate something because it dissolves.
Mm-hmm. I think we should just spend the rest of tonight trying to figure out how to make Cheetos using only 6 streams magic.
But they have to be crunchy.
Yeah,
I like the fluffy
how do
ones.
you do that? Which is the best stream for making something crunchy?
is crunchiness just a brand, or does it actually exist?
That's
I'm
like
Do
sure
crunchiness in
it's a
code,
brand.
too?
these are incredible questions. You guys are really getting into it.
Hey, is flavor a brand? Like,
Definitely.
how is the brand?
There's a lot of flavor in this.
Yeah, that's right. Flavor Town, right? It's a place.
I think of like really, you guys are really getting into it.
Is flavor? a
Sorry
brand?
guys, I'm looping. I just opened up a. Whoopsies. Hi.
That was very surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, could you hear it too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ian, are you lip syncing this?
I opened it up on Facebook, and I forgot that its audio would obviously start. Jonathan, while Cashew is identifying stream, could you roll a perception check?
Yeah. Nothing. I'm not seeing anything.
Well, you're seeing
Yeah.
something.
You don't. You see, you don't see anything to warn you, but all of a sudden there is a tall woman standing behind you, looking at you with interest.
How tall are we talking?
Is intern Johnny the same height as real life Jonathan?
Yes.
He's a little taller because
Yeah, the head
like
is
it's
long.
the head is like 2 of Jonathan's heads.
Yeah. One more head length.
She's like around your height.
Wow.
Close.
Maybe not plus the extra head length.
How tall is that?
Okay. 6. So it would be like 6. How tall is my head? Do you think?
8
How many-
inches.
So
9. No, 10.
almost
12,
like
12,
6
12
inches.
inches.
12 inches. Yeah, probably like a whole foot actually.
14 to 16.
Yeah, I think it could be like you got a 15-inch head. I don't know. Like, that's like. Anyways,
Head's width.
if anyone has any opinions at home of how long Jonathan's head is,
How
please
long
let
is
us-
one head's width?
intern heads width here.
Whoever gets the closest number receives an ill-fitting hat.
I'm gonna turn to person standing behind me and say, "Hey, have you tried one of these mud pies?" and roll a people skill.
A poo-poo skill?
A pee-pee skills. Oh, damn.
Kat, while you're analyzing your data, you notice something funny happen. All of a sudden, your phone stops working.
Aw, shit.
The woman behind you addresses you, Jonathan, and says, "Oh, so you're interested in the mud pies? How interested are you in them?"
Don't answer.
I would like to eat one.
Make a people skills check, Jonathan.
I really would like to eat one. I haven't yet.
I'm Intern Carpet. I'm responsible for security in Americanatopia. I've received specific intel that a nice fresh intern group might be around these parts trying to steal IP from another cafe. Would you know anything about that?
Oh fuck.
You just want to eat some mud pies. You just want to get down and dirty in some mud pies. You don't know anything about nice, clean intern groups.
I tried to
Kat, if you say that, roll people skills check.
Okay, I will say that.
And sorry,
I'm all
Jonathan, what were
about
you saying?
integrity.
Exactly.
So I'm gonna say that out loud.
Jonathan, what were you gonna do?
I just start using my phone nervously. I don't know what to do, but I'm not doing anything in it. But I'm just opening and closing apps on my phone.
Is people still a D20 then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, sorry. So the only role that's changed in the game is when you're making a new spell.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah.
No, it's okay. And Jonathan, you noticed that your phone's not working. It's oh, someone's jamming our peripatetics.
I think
13.
it's for the blockage in our pee-pee.
Yeah, my intern pee-pee's all blocked up.
I believe it's an intern peripatetic. I think it's the correct term.
My name's Intern Carpet. It's nice to meet you both. What are your names?
I'm intern Johnny.
And I'm intern Cashew.
I was just kidding. I already know your names. You're new personnel here. I've already gone over your files. I know all about you. I checked out your Mount account. I was just checking out this morning. You guys are pretty. You guys do some pretty fun stuff.
Then
Love
just
it.
from
Big
looking
fan.
at our Mount accounts that we'd never try to do anything like steal.
I do know about you and whether or not you'd specifically be here to steal some IP from this specific cafe. And I don't know if you were warned about me by your manager, but typically, interns that get caught doing that go to jail, specifically the cafe called jail. You'll have to work there on probation. However, I'm willing to overlook this little incursion if you guys are willing to do a little bit of work for me.
Absolutely.
What kind of work?
Doesn't matter. We'll do it.
I do have some integrity, Jonathan.
This cafe has been something I've been paying attention to lately, and I think that there is something going on down there beyond just mud pies. And whatever it is something that has been eluding me. If you guys can go down there and gather intel for me, I'll be willing to not put you in jail.
That sounds amazing. I would love to be assigned more tasks, and not only that, but these tasks also yield personal gain for me in terms of not being in jail.
Yeah, it's great. We can do little transactions like this whenever you want. Like, I think this is the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. I like you guys. You guys are seem like you're gonna fit in really great around here. So, get in there and find something useful for me, and I'm always around the moment you got something to tell me. Okay?
Yeah. Do you have any ideas on how we should best get in there? You seem like someone who knows a lot.
Yeah. I have reason to suspect. I mean, based on the obvious here, let's be real. This cafe is clearly a hologram-based cafe, but I think there's something a little bit more to it. Specifically, times when I've gone in there, I have not been able to get past their holograms. I've got reason to suspect that you need a full intern team with each of the streams, and one of them being a holographer to be able to get past their security systems. Where's the rest of your group, by the way? There's only 2 of you here. I know that you guys are there's only 3 of you here. Sorry, I know you guys are a 5-man group.
Well,
I forgot the curse is there too, just like feeling awkward.
there's it was somebody's idea to split up.
I don't think that's going to work out very well with your friends and I would run and catch up with them as quick as possible.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Okay, ta-ta. Bring me something good. Love you guys. And
Who is the person?
Jonathan, she pinches your cheek.
Okay.
That's so nice.
But it's kind of like she's not like completely like smooth about it. It's kind of like she's trying to be like, she's confident, but like she's also kind of like, she sort of does it and then wonders if that was like a good joke and then kind of like goes off. This is like, you guys all know Carmen.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
This is Carmen. This is a character based off of Carmen. This is her intern character, Intern Carpet. The sheriff of Americanatopia.
Oh, good for her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's made big gains during the pandemic.
Oh my god.
Here's to making gains during the pandemic. Becoming a sheriff of an imaginary game played by your friends that you're not even there for.
Yeah, I should hope that I would be like that, something like that one day.
You should hope that. All right. So what does the ground unit do, and then we're going to jump back to the underground unit.
I just start running towards the hole or whatever where the other people entered the underground to.
So right ahead of you, there's just a giant puddle of mud. If you remember, this cafe is specifically like people take the holographic mud baths, and generally customers are encouraged to pretend as though they are like grazing beasts gathering around a bit of moisture in an otherwise dried out grassland. Like customers come here because they like acting like hippos and rhinoceros and birds that feed off the backs of such creatures.
I want this to be real.
Okay, do we have who is the hologrammetrist?
Maya.
Shmi,
And
yeah.
Is Shmi with us right now, or is Shmi underground?
Shmi's underground.
Shmi's underground. Shmi and Stan are underground. You're with Curse. You two are with Curse.
So how should we just force our way in, or should we can we sneak in some? I was thinking of like making a hologram disguise to in some way look like those grazing animals. You just seem like a very enthusiastic customer, and that would.
There's no actual grazing animals. You know that, right?
But if I had like cool ears like a rhinoceros or like a pig snout, mask on, I would just look cool, and so it might work. I don't know, but we don't have
Stan got in there by Stan believes that he was able to gain access by pretending to be an employee. But that doesn't mean that your idea is not great.
Ourselves as stands.
We don't have a hologrammer though.
Yeah,
Oh, like we can't do things that we don't have.
No, you guys. The abilities you currently have are via code and IP.
What if Curse casts a sexy selfie succubus and distracts everybody because they're taking sexy selfies and they're a celebrity?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea.
Curse looks up and is like, sure, yeah, I can do that.
Wow, Curse, you sure sound like an NPC. What's the matter? Are you okay?
What happened to your usual enthusiasm, which was replaced with a very consistent level of enthusiasm?
Wait, guys, Intern Monica told me not to cast viruses in the eye of the public, and that would be a punishable offense, and that security would if I did that.
Are you trying to do a Esther voice, a curse voice?
Maybe like I'm trying to do like 10% of an Esther voice. Like
you need to add more of like a
yeah. Esther has like a delightful like mild vocal fry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need the vocal fry.
I don't know. Like, I think that I might get in trouble if I do that.
Okay, so maybe we should just go up to the counter and see what happens. Pretend to be employees. Or...
Side note, Esther being a goth and having vocal fry is just a great brand overall, in my opinion.
Yeah, it really is.
And I feel like it's extremely consistent with Esther's entire aesthetic of like goth meets bimbofication. Okay, sorry, Jonathan.
I think we should just go up there and see what happens.
Do our phones work anymore?
Why don't you check, Kathy? Yes, your phone.
Check.
As soon as it seems as though Intern Carpet was able to do something to specifically like paralyze you.
Whoa. Okay, so.
And she's undone it.
It doesn't appear to be in effect right now. Yeah.
And the building is like, so the way that Stan got in before, he was like, he sunk through the mud. He was like let in through the mud.
Yeah, Stan. If I remember correctly, Stan went and talked to the holographic intern that appeared the moment you walked into the mud to take their order, and then got the vibe that Stan worked there, and then brought Shmi with him and like vouched for Shmi, and they both then disappeared.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk over to the mud, and then I'm gonna ask, hey, can I get a job here? Hey, I'm just an intern.
An intern covered, a holographic intern covered in mud pops up and says, "Hi, can I take your order?"
Hi.
Welcome to the mud pudding.
I was wondering if I could order a job, a request for a job. Single shot. Actually, double. Could you make that a double shot? Because there's another intern here who's also looking for a job.
Make a people skills check, Kat.
Oh shit! You should have tried this, Jonathan.
Pleasing smiler, Jonathan.
You try first. I'll play back.
Yes. Not so bad.
Hi. Not only are we used to working together as interns, but we work incredibly efficiently.
We can only be hired together.
Wow.
Well, I don't do the hiring here. I'm just a holographic barista. But you sure seem like you'd be a really good intern. Really not sure if the boss is hiring right now, though.
Is it okay if we just drop off our resumes in the back room? Like that's a normal job, like that normal job hunting practice of going into the back room.
Oh yeah, because where else will the boss? The boss isn't gonna read it in any other space.
It's clear that the hologram is like disarmed by how charming intern Johnny is, and though they normally would say, when you say things you don't mean to say because you think someone's really cool.
Yeah.
That's the treatment that you are currently receiving from this intern. It's like, I guess you guys seem like what you're doing, and you'll probably get a job. Like, head on down there.
Awesome.
Great, thank you so much.
Hopefully we'll be coworkers soon. It'd be really cool if you guys worked here.
Yeah, I can't wait. I think it'll be awesome.
Yeah, you guys seem like you'd be a really good fit with like the culture and stuff. Like, good luck.
Thank you. We'll see you soon.
And you guys sink into the mud. When you get there, you're in a kind of a storagey room looking office that kind of doesn't look that dissimilar to the office under Americanotopia. However, you do make a perception check. Actually,
Both of us.
anyone who wants to. I'll take the highest roll.
Can I make it?
Not you two, not
Okay.
the two losers who are even further underground.
Okay.
Oh.
No, I can't see anything. Jonathan, you wanna?
I just did. I worked on 11.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. I only saw cats. Okay, I'm not going to give the description I was about to give, but just a really, really basic looking office storage room with boxes. There's a shower with mud all over it, and you see a trap door, or like a what do you call a floor-based door that's not a trap door? Is there another word for that?
In Minecraft, it's just called a trapdoor.
Like, is there words
A
for doors on the
dungeon
floor
door.
that are not traps?
Like
A dungeon door?
a hinge door. Like,
Oh, yeah.
No, hinge doors are normal doors.
like floor hinge door.
It specifically doesn't
Like a
have a
boat
hinge. It
door?
has one of those, I guess.
Oh, one of those guys. Well, there's still a hinge on that.
Bunker door.
Strong
Floor
wooden
hatch.
door.
3D Poo said floor hatch. Let's go with that. I mean,
Oh,
Okay,
that's a
3D
good one,
Poo.
3D
All right.
if 3D Poo says, I feel like when 3D Poo makes a contribution, we just have to accept it, whether we think it's right or not.
I just feel
I'll go for
excited
that.
about the interaction.
That's what I mean. It's just like if 3D Poo says so, it must be
We're like,
real. So yeah, okay. So there's a door on the bottom. It's open. You can see like a ladder down to another floor.
So just to clarify that interaction in universe, can it be that you took a picture of it? One of us took a picture of it, texted it to intern 3D Poo, and was like, "Hey, what's the right word for this? Like besides if it's not a trapdoor," and then he texted back. Oh, that's a floor hatch, obviously.
Just write in your character sheet that you have intern 3D Poo as an iDialogues contact.
It is expansive knowledge of architectural terms.
The other thing is that so Cat, from an IP perspective, like a hologram is a piece of IP. You can steal holograms.
What?
Yeah.
But I can't recreate them?
You can't make up a hologram and cast it, but you can have the piece of IP in your phone that is them.
Whoa.
Like an NFT. Do we
Like what?
have to do that?
Yeah. Everything's. I mean,
Oh man, that sucks.
guys, we we were developing IP-based magic before NFTs came out, and NFTs are such a like stupid and broad concept that we can't, you don't have to compare like digital information to NFTs or like an economy of digital information. You don't have to. You can if you want, though.
Hey. We're not NFTs. NFTs are IP-based magic.
Yeah. Also, I just want to point out, in case you guys don't know this, I'm not the boss of NFTs. I know some of you are probably thinking that, like, oh, Ian's the boss of NFTs, but I'm not, actually. Just so
in
case you thought maybe I was. Yeah. Actually, I did buy some Ethereum.
Huh.
I think I have one Ethereum.
Oh wow.
No, I have 2 Ethereum. Look, meet single small time crypto investors near you. Yeah. What do you guys do? I want to unite the party and get you guys in it together.
I open up the floor hatch.
Yeah, there's a ladder.
I cast Escalator.
He's so extra, this guy. Yeah,
There's like, I'm so.
Make it, so, Jonathan, your Escalator, I believe, is now on a +6.
Yeah.
So, your total for code would be 10 on this one. So make a D20 roll +10.
That makes sense.
Yeah, this is funner.
Yeah.
It's funner.
So, guys, it's working. Look how much fun everyone's having with this roll that's about to happen. It's the 17. Great. Yeah, because of the 17.
It's like a real game now.
The best thing about this is that it rotates in the right direction. It's seems stable. Get on down there. Maya, get Shmi to roll a perception check in a second. Does everyone get on the escalator?
Oh, yeah.
In what order do you go down?
I go down
and you can decide.
First, and then me, and then Curse, because Curse is
okay.
kind of out of it today.
Cool. Yeah, Curse is so out of it today.
I remember my perception.
Okay, that's great. You totally just don't notice anything. I'm not even going to say what happened.
What was I looking at? You gotta tell me how I missed it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you have to explain what she saw. What was she perceiving?
Yeah, what was it?
If you perceived.
What was I paying attention to?
No, I really don't. I promise. And you don't have a bonus to that, right? You don't have any perception bonus? Your bonus is
I might even have a negative.
Oh, so you might have got less than 2.
Yeah.
So did she walk in closing her eyes?
Either way, I'm just gonna say it's safe that that nothing was noticed. Actually, okay, but Jonathan and Kat roll perception checks.
Wait, I'm just checking to see if I have any bonuses. I can't remember. Nope.
You're a jock, Kat. It was I was making some higher level characters for this and using the like the skill system is how, like, if you want to have a good skill, you have to have a bad skill.
Yeah.
And you can skill it how you want. It was kind of like, it makes it fun to make bad guys in this because they're like really good at something and have a hilarious flaw. Like, they could, like, if I want to make them, like, give them +8 willpower for like a plus, for a level 8 character or something like that, like that means they've got a -8 somewhere.
That's all.
It's like they're super powered pirates, but they can't swim.
Yeah.
Aww.
Or it just makes it like, it makes it really easy to make like cartoon bad guys, because it's like, oh, this guy's got this character has great willpower or something like that helps them with this, and that means that like they get a -8 on every perception check or something. Like,
Yeah, I love that.
they're just extremely inattentive, like to a point where it's like it helps. It makes it good to make like role play decisions. Like I can't explain more because I'll give away something with this, but okay, so
I got an 8.
yeah, not quite what I needed to give any extra information here. So I'm going to skip over the possible information that one of you might have, or all of you might have gained. And I will now just say to each of you that so Maya, you're at the bottom of the ladder.
Okay.
Like normally you climb down the bottom of a ladder just after Stan, but Stan's not there. You're there by yourself. Now, the rest of you find yourselves in very small rooms that are dark.
All
And
in
you're
the
by
same
yourself.
room?
No, you're by yourself.
Wait, Jonathan and I are by ourselves? Each of us
Yep.
are like, Jonathan's in a different room than me?
I know that in real life you're in a room together. But in this game, you're in different rooms.
This is gonna take some time.
That's crazy.
Am I in a room with anyone?
No.
Okay, this was
this-
easy for me.
You should see a black screen right now, but I think you should be able to scroll around and try to find your character icon.
Oh yeah, I'm up there. I
Uh-oh.
can see me. That's all I need to see. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I can still see them on the stream. When they get logged out, we all get logged out from the stream.
We're back.
Hey guys.
Hi.
Welcome back. Okay, so
Hi.
it looks like you found Kat there on the screen. We'll start with, and Maya and Stan, have you found yourselves?
Mhm.
Cool. So we're going to start with Kat. You guys are all separate right now, but just for engagement's sake, feel free to offer advice and collaborate on each person's turn, even though your characters aren't there. You can meta game outside of it, just so rather than have the combat based everyone's waiting for their turn to do something. Let's just kind of
Can we assume that we have a group message happening?
A group I dialogue?
Yeah, group DM that we're just telling each other what's happening.
Now, I don't think none of you have taken the steps to get each other. Maybe it's because you haven't been separated before, but I don't think any of you have ever added each other as contacts. However, you do have something maybe a little bit more sophisticated than that when you consider what's available on your phone. So no, you can't email each other because you have not registered each other as contacts. No one has ever taken that step.
Wow.
You could totally do that, but you haven't yet. Sometimes I'm having so much fun meeting a new friend, I forget to get their email.
Are you referring
That's
to
never
making
happened.
mount posts? Is that your idea?
Yeah. Yep. That's my idea. Also, your brands are more sophisticated than the last time you guys were serial spamming the boards.
What do you mean? Because we have more brand elements?
Nope, because your brands are sentient.
Oh. I'm scared.
You guys went through some creepy, weird, radical therapy. Remember when you confronted your brands and your brands became sentient and you had to make them your friends?
Yeah, Schmidt punched me. Or I pissed punched Schmidt.
Yeah,
Are they still gonna want to hurt us if we go?
How does that affect us in this situation?
No, you made friends with them. So right now in your phone is a brand that you can talk to and use and is also hooked up to your Mount account.
Oh, great. Well, that makes it easy. So they can communicate with the other brands, or just they can post your Mount account.
Yeah, they exist. Their home is your Mount account. they live in like, just like picture if you're in like, I'm trying to like, how do I explain this in real world terms? It's just like if your Instagram account was like the brand that you present yourself became a real thing and they lived inside your Instagram, like, and they were like reboot characters inside your Instagram account.
But all of our individual brands all live together there on our mount account.
Is it like Big Brother?
Yeah, because you guys only it's like Big Brother.
Like Big Brother.
I think that's a really good angle for your social media account, is like treating your sentient brands like a reality TV show, Big Brother show.
That's just what Facebook is. It's just like that.
Yeah. Except you don't live together and have to figure out like showers and sleeping in the same room.
I only have a few Facebook friends.
And we all shower together and we're cool with it.
Well, Kat goes first.
So
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and I'm in the dark.
Yes. So Kat, you can, in that room you're in, there is a little box in the corner.
Mhm.
There's also one sec, there's two doors.
Oh, what? I see the door. One door.
Yeah, so there's make a people skills a perception check again. Okay, it's a 9. Yeah, you see two doors and a little box in the corner there, which you can see is.
Can I go look at the box?
Yeah, check it out.
Is it like a cardboard box?
No, it's a little chest.
Ooh. Does it look like it can open?
Yeah.
Can I open it? May I, sir?
You may. There is something in it.
I will put my hand close to the something that's in it.
It's not physical.
Oh.
I will put my hand through the thing that is in it.
That does nothing.
Okay. Can I cast an IP to try to figure out what
Perfect.
is...
Yeah. Just make an identify stream check, and so make a d20 roll with your +4. You got a 19?
Yeah.
So it in that box is what you're learning. Okay, you got a 19.
I got a 19.
AB.
All right. So
That's pretty good.
initial information. What's inside that box is a piece of code. Also, like with your 19 identify stream, you're identifying there is another stream in there, but it's clearly like encrypted from you being able to see what kind of stream it is. So you know that there's two streams at play that you can detect. One of which is obviously code, and that would like you detect that and you're like, oh, any basic like acquisitioner could tell that this is a piece of code.
So my
We can
19
do.
only got me that I know that there's something else along with the code.
Yeah, there's two streams in there. The code that it looks like it's some sort of it looks like it's like, for like, I'm trying to think about like a funner way to say it, but it looks like it's like a key made out of code.
Can I pick up the box and take it with me?
You can do better than that as an acquisition, or you can, if you want, you can turn that piece of code into a piece of IP that you store on your phone that you can
Cool.
Whoa.
use.
I would like to do that. Do I have that as a spell already?
Yeah. So I think it's just called in your like abilities. It's just be called like create IP.
Wow, it's so much more fun to pee this season.
So cat like any
Uh-oh.
any procedure or like spell is a piece of IP. Documents are IP, brands are IP, holograms are IP, and objects are IP. Anything in those categories, and maybe there's other categories I haven't thought of yet, and this is like totally up to debate, but like pretty much anything you encounter in the world is something that you can like put in your phone and use or trade or sell.
I only got an 8.
On your create IP.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I haven't. This is just a failing on my part. I haven't really thought how rolling affects create IP as a. I think like if there was the 8 works fine. There's clearly like there's no high level of encryption on this. It's going to stop you from turning it into IP. Maybe if you were like rolling and there was like more security on it, you would be prevented with that roll. But yeah, you now have the in your inventory, you now have a code key on your peripatetic.
Peripatetic.
What did you call me?
Probably
You're acting peripatetic.
it would work like you cast a security spell on a thing, and then that is the number that you have to beat with your IP check if your security spell was protecting against
So
IP.
what should I call this piece of IP?
You can call it whatever you want. The default name I'm just giving it is like code key.
Code key from basement of mud pie. What is this cafe called again?
Mud puddle.
Mud puddle.
Yeah, that's a good way to like record it.
Oh, look, he thinks that's his food. No, it's not. Oh no.
I really want to go to Mud Puddle. Like that's the kind of place that I would go to.
What about Mud Puddle are you excited for?
I like how Ian was describing it. Like everybody feels like they're hippopotamuses, and you just get to like chill around in the mud. And it doesn't seem like you have to like really pay anything. But I like that.
That's
So
so
I want.
chill.
Yeah, it's so chill, no money, good times.
Yeah, everyone loves my cafes because they're free. As a big
They're
competitive,
free.
the big competitive advantage I have over the rest of the field is that I, don't have to operate using the basic rules of the economy.
I think that was a really clever move on your part as a small business owner.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for noticing that little. I thought it was a subtle, clever little edge that I had, but I'm glad I'm getting recognition for it. So yeah, let's leave that. Let's jump over to Sam. Sam, have you found yourself on the map?
Sure have.
And yeah, you're just in a similar little room. Actually, I'm going to show. You see 2 doors at the ends of tunnels. There's nothing in your room though.
S.
Brutal. That's brutal.
Could I have an explanation of what the S is?
That's like you can't see an S as a character. That's just the door.
Oh, that's really funny.
It does seem to have like a keyhole of some kind, but
could I look at the shape of the keyhole? Is it the brand analysis of the keyhole?
There's nothing really brand. Oh, so like are you trying to like detect
brand?
Yeah, are you trying to like identify a brand? I think that's the class skill called identify brand.
Yeah, what's the brand of the room I'm in? Like, is this like a Am I trapped? Do I feel trapped?
You don't detect any interesting or relevant brands in the room itself. However, you detect 2 brands in your immediate area. One is in the walls. One sec, I guess I need to change to the select move. Right here, is that coming up on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a much more powerful brand behind the door over here.
Okay, how far can I move?
I mean, the room is so small, you can move everywhere. I think anything in 20... In D&D, they use 30 feet as a single move action. And I've never really questioned that or explored whether that's a reasonable amount. 30 feet is not much if you're running, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you're anything in the sort of 15 to 30 feet is a normal move action. It's just 30 feet if you're running, less than that if you're meandering.
Okay. I'd like to look through the keyhole on this door.
Which one?
Here.
Okay. You make a perception check. You can't see anything.
Okay.
Sam, you start feeling some things.
All right.
I'm going to tell you what those things are.
Okay.
Ooh.
I appreciate that.
You start thinking about, not you, not Sam, but Stan. Okay. Starts you feel self-reflection.
Yeah.
You start thinking about your situation, but also just start feeling who am I? What am I doing here? You start really thinking of what has happened to Intern Stan so far in his life, and who you are, and really kind of spiraling a bit on that. You also a thought that kind of comes up is that your friends have abandoned you.
So this is me or Stan?
As this is I just need to keep saying that all the time. It's to be clear, Stan, not Sam.
Okay.
You, while you're kind of getting sucked into these feelings, you might not be there's kind of a glowing black fog that starts making a presence in the room, but that's for Sam, not Stan. That's not happening to your character. That's happening to you in real life.
No, Sam.
Since we're specifying. And you also think a little bit of the moon.
Oh.
Ooh.
That's a good clue.
I guess that's it for this turn.
Sure.
We're gonna... I'm not going to tell you what happens on Intern Curse's turn.
What?
But we are going to go to Schmidt. Have you found yourself?
Yeah, I know where I am. Shmee,
sorry. Yeah, good job. Whoever's finding Shmee there for all the kids at home. Shmee, you find yourself in this like kind of large. You just went to the bottom of the ladder and then Stan disappeared, and you're like, what?
So can I see there's an opening. Can I just walk through that opening?
You can, yeah.
Okay, I'll walk through.
Make a perception check.
Okay. Actually, I don't know what my perception is. I need to look.
I think you're. Yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what your weakness is. I know that your strength is will.
Oh, perception is 0. People skills is -2. Will is 2.
Okay. So
Okay.
you just rolled a 7?
Yeah.
Okay. You don't.
You'll probably see some stuff from that.
No, yeah, you don't see anything, but you can walk forward, sure. Out of that room.
All right. Ooh, this is so much fun. I feel like I'm in a video game. Okay. Why isn't it? Hello, I can't see more. Oh, whoa. Guys, I'm really getting far.
Legend of Zelda down here.
I literally feel like Zelda. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna...
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Okay, so you can't keep, well, I guess you could actually use up your entire round on moving if you want. If you just want to like explore the map, you could move. How much did I say that moving is? Moving is 1 point, and you can make 4 movement points in a turn.
Yeah, I've hardly moved.
You've used you're like on your 2nd point, so you can. Okay, you went down that hallway, so I'm just going to show you a little bit more.
Okay, so another S.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
I'm gonna summon Milady Green Vapors.
Oh,
That's a good call. Just let me make sure you can on this. So that would cost 2. Yeah, you're fine. This will end your turn though.
Okay, she hasn't seen me in this form yet.
Maya, you need to roll. You need to you need to think about what you need to. Don't just roll d20s.
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. We'll keep that roll, but what you do is you add. Milady Green Vapors gets a +6, and your holography gets another +4. So there's 10 added to that. So you got a 21.
Wow. Okay, so I'm summoning Milady's Green Vapors, and I would like her to, first of all, be herself. Second of all, lead me to the way to finding the secrets to the mud pie.
Milady Green Vapors is there and is like, Schmidt? Who? Wait, what? This is the first time Milady Green Vapors has seen you like this.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Like,
not.
hey.
Yeah, I mean, like, unless you were hanging out with her at the Sheeples, but I think you were busy with work.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen each other in a year.
So I'm gonna be like,
I mean, my time.
Schmidt basically understands they were summoned, but has no idea who you are.
Milady Green Vapor. I'm like, I'm Schmidt.
You don't look like Schmidt.
I know. I transformed for a little bit, but I'm still Schmidt. Is that okay?
Yeah. Cool.
We're both green.
Yeah, I like the new look. It looks good on you.
Thank you.
What do you want?
Well, first I want to know how you've been doing.
Yeah, no, things have like been good. You know, like same old. Just kind of being like a guide hologram. You haven't really given me much to do in a while, but that's okay because I just like, you know, we can hang out, and it's like I'm not just fulfilled through my labor.
What do you do in your spare time?
You know, just like exist as a hologram and sort of like holographic database. There's lots of other holograms there, so there's like kind of like a whole community. And yeah, it's just a thing to be a part of. But it's like, you know, good to sometimes get out of that scene every now and then and like interact with, you know, the non-holographic world. But, you know, to be quite honest, I don't really feel like I'm out of the holographic world right now.
What do you mean?
I mean, like we're inside a big hologram.
Oh, you wish I would bring you to like a more magical, non-holograph world?
No, it's fine. It's just fine. I love holograms. Like they're like it's just. I don't think I've been here before. It's just. I thought it was like noteworthy. I don't know. What are you doing inside this hologram?
Well, I'm trying to steal this like mud pie ingredient list for this girl.
Like mud pie, like poop?
No, like the mud pie pastries that they sell at this cafe.
I don't know. I've never like been. Okay, cool. Okay, yeah. I guess I'll help you find that.
Okay.
And now we're gonna go over to intern Johnny.
Oh, Johnny!
This makes it look like I'm in like a pool of water.
I just need to highlight the character. Jonathan, you're in a larger room. I don't know why I only gave you such a small.
Give me some more.
Um,
Now we're talking.
There we go.
How large is this room?
it is 20 feet by 20 feet.
Can I use a piece of code to determine measurement? Exactly.
Sure.
So would that be me creating a new spell that's called, determine measurement?
Determine measurement. Yeah.
So wait, how does the spell creation work again? I roll it.
You're gonna roll a d6 to determine the bonus for this spell.
Okay.
Okay, so you're going to add up. So now to use that spell, you are going to add that 4 to the 4 you have for your code bonus and roll a d20.
Okay.
And if you're going to keep this spell, keep the +4 added to it. Okay, so you got a 16. You've learned that it's a 20-foot by 20-foot by 20-foot space.
Okay, how many action points is that?
That's your whole turn.
Okay, great.
Sick.
Very efficient.
Or do you might have one more? Wait, you have 4. You have 4 action points or 5 action points? One sec, I'll check. It's in your character sheet, but I have it here too.
It's
yeah, you have 4 action points. So yeah, making a new spell is a whole move, and you
I'm happy
used
with
it on
my
that.
spell.
I did very good. Okay, yeah, I guess we're gonna. I just feel bad specifically having Maya's turn be so long, and then your turn just be like, "How big is this room?" Okay. Like
No,
if
really,
you,
how big's this room?
if you want to think or something like that, or express anything.
Oh yeah. Well,
Feel free to.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me communicate. I'm just putting it in my spell book. Let me. Can I communicate with my brand?
No, that would definitely be an action point worth of thing. So
Okay.
you can boot it up.
No, I'll just think. Okay, yeah, I'll boot it up, but also think, wow, a perfectly cubic room. That's pretty interesting. I wonder how this cubic room was made. Those are my thoughts. I say them out loud. That's probably. There's no one to hear me, right?
Makes me think it would be very anxiety inducing to have your inner monologue voiced by Jeff Goldblum. Just very unsure. You're not really sure what the question's going to be asking until you get till the end of it. I wonder what kind of room this is. Very tiring way to think.
Cat.
Talk to me. Okay, now that I have my cool new key code, send me through the door that is to my, I guess to the map's right.
I can't control it, but Ian, can you move it?
Ian, move.
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
So, Kat, you use the key on that door,
Ooh.
and it opens up,
Ooh.
and the yeah, it doesn't seem to go away.
Nice.
And behind that, it seems to be another door.
Oh, you kid. Okay, try it again.
Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck this shit.
I tried the exact same key.
Okay.
Does it work?
Yeah. Kat, make a perception check.
$14.
And so you hear voices like on the from where you're standing right now, where you see that character. You hear them like coming in this direction.
Whoa.
Is my little thing
Yes.
flashing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there I see it. Yeah, you hear murmurs through the wall.
Spooky.
Whoa. Then can I run back and try the other door?
Yeah. So I'm just calculating your movement points. So let's just say that was like 1, 2, 3. You could open this other door.
I would like to try opening that other door.
Okay. I also have some bad news
What?
for Kat. Kat, you've lost 6 battery power points.
How many do I have?
You have 25.
So lost 6 overall from 25?
Yeah, here, I'll put it in your sheet if you
Okay.
like, because I know you're not on a thing. So you are now down to 19.
Oof. Because I've made some new
I-
spells.
Yeah. Or no, you don't know why. I'm just letting you know that you're down.
Was it from that move that she lost that many, or is from the end of her turn?
I can't say more. I'm just going to say that I'm just letting Kat know that she has lost 6 battery power points. Let's go over to crippling self-reflection Stan, as they call him.
Yeah. And we're back.
And just so we're clear, you are not obligated to feel crippling self-reflection in real life.
What about in the game?
If you do that, that's on you, not on me.
Yeah,
okay?
unrelated.
If I attacked your character with a dragon in the game, and then you got attacked with a dragon in real life, like you couldn't blame me for that. You know what I mean?
I think if you said you are going to get attacked by a dragon and I got attacked by a dragon, I could be forgiven for drawing a correlation.
I understand like people making correlations, but like you couldn't say it was definitely my fault. Like they are probably unrelated events.
I couldn't say it was definitely not your fault. I don't know if I'd use the word probably in there.
Okay, but in this one, if I make your character feel crippling self-reflection,
Yeah, this case is different.
yeah,
I
if you
think
feel
you're-
crippling self-reflection, I just want to be like, that's on you, pal.
The dragon was a bad example.
Yeah, just because it's Yeah, it'd be a little fantastic. You know, it would just be such a strange thing for it to happen in Sam's life that he would look for causation and find there's a really obvious thing lying around there.
Yeah, very short list of. I did find a glowing rock earlier, but anyway.
Tell us more about that. Yeah, so you're in there, you're feeling things.
Yeah.
Thinking about ideas and seeing some glowing black fog seeping in through the doorway.
Well, that feels like a brand to me.
Mm-hmm.
Could I get some brand analysis going?
Yeah. What is Intern Stan? You have abilities called Identify Brand. I guess you have Identify Brand, Create Brand, Alter Brand. Yeah, you. This is not going to be. What'd you roll? 15.
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, you identify. This isn't going to be the most exciting thing, but you can identify that there is a fully formed brand nearby, and it's a basic like 4-element brand, one of each of the main categories that you can detect, and the color is glowing black fog, and the emotion is crippling self-reflection, and the idea is my friends have abandoned me, and the shape is a crescent moon.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's directly south of you. You also detect there is like another brand nearby, but you can't get a read on it.
Okay. I would like to create a brand. Like, can I create a brand to negate the effects of that other brand? Can I get out of this room also?
It doesn't seem like you have a way of getting out of this room, at least that I can tell you about right now. Yeah, but you can. Okay, so you have to create brand elements. So you have to do them kind of one at a time. You've already used Identify Brand, meaning so you could do 2 more things. You could like you could use a known procedure 2 more times if you don't move.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, 1 more time. I don't know why I just did that bad math. You can do 1 more thing.
What you can do?
So you could make 1 brand element, meaning you could create an emotion, color, shape, or idea.
Can I create something in the shape of a key? Open the door? No.
Yeah, but do you think that will be good enough to work? Like
No.
You could definitely make a key brand, but would it open the door is a pretty... you're definitely like not well suited to manipulating the physical world around you. You're much better suited at the mental and emotional world around you.
Okay, I'm going to change my personal brand to be escape artist. I embody the idea of someone that's very good at getting out of rooms.
Okay, so you can change 1 brand element.
Yeah.
You can add 1 brand element, I should say, and you're gonna add the idea or the emotion of an escape artist. Or the shape.
The emotion of escape artist, let's say.
Okay.
The reflexive nature of getting out of things.
Yeah, I like that. Emotion, escape artist.
Have you ever been to an escape room before?
No, I'm just trying to get out of my house at this point.
I like the idea of casting a brand on yourself to like adopt an entire new mentality.
Me too.
So add a temporary brand in your character sheet, write escape artist, and then brackets E for emotion. That's the end of your turn. We now. I'm gonna still do a turn for Kurt. So give me a second. Hers is doing something. I'm not gonna. I promise I won't take more than 30 seconds. And oops. And now we are back with Shmi
Okay.
and Milady.
So, milady, which way do you want to go? Which way should we go?
Can you see Milady on the map?
Yeah, she looks great. Looking great as usual.
Okay, Milady. Sorry. I'm Milady.
Are you nervous?
It's just I'm getting used to this new form, all right? I'm used to just dealing with Schmidt in a certain way, and this is just a really different vibe for you, and I admit I'm a little flustered.
Oh, I should change up my shape more often on you.
It's not going to help me do my job. So you are trying to find a mud pie.
Mud pie ingredients or mud pie secrets.
Chicken.
Right, so... Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, I've got to interpret Milady Green Vapors in the broadest sense. So she is going to lead you on what she believes, based on available data to her, the way to... Okay, she's like, let's go this way.
Okay.
You want to follow her down to the left?
Yeah, I do. My lady.
Oops. Reveal areas. Jonathan, make a perception check.
Ooh, you guys are close.
Yeah, I think we can see each other.
Through the walls.
So obviously your characters don't know when you're close to each other outside of these perception checks, but I'm also going to say this in a very metagamey way. Even if you look close to each other on the map like this, you might or might not be, because of a reason I can't explain right now.
Spooky. Can I roll a perception check?
Say what?
Can I roll a perception check?
Yeah, you have to. Sorry, Jonathan, what did you get?
18.
Okay, you can hear people walking towards the door on your right. Shmi, you're coming around the corner, trying to follow Milady Green Vapors. She went ahead of you, and you see Milady Green Vapors coming back around the corner and saying, "Go back, go back, go back. Let's go the other way."
Why? What happened?
And then you see what you would just recognize as a virus.
Okay, what's the virus? What does it look like?
It looks. So the virus is gray with black accents, but it looks like Carmen Sandiego.
Okay, whoa.
It's like a really tall woman with a big hat and a big coat, and kind of it gives her a very with the colors gives her a very witchy vibe, but scary gray and black skin and gray and black eyes, and it's just coming towards you with a smirk on her face.
Hello.
You're just gonna greet it?
Yeah. Hey there.
It just looks at you and grins.
Milady, what's happening?
And keeps walking towards you.
Okay, I don't want to get too close to Milady. I'm worried.
Yeah, no, Milady Green Vapor's let's go this way.
Okay. Okay, that's
Do you just run and follow her?
well. Can I take a picture of this virus and then go?
Sure.
Okay, I take a picture. A roll for that.
Just for the quality of the
Oh
picture.
no.
Oh, well, I get like kind of a good.
You panic.
Okay.
And you drop your phone. You
No,
drop your
no.
you drop your peripatetic. Do you leave it or do you pick it up?
I pick it up.
Okay, that's the right call. Just wanted to give you the
Would
chance
never
to really
leave my
fuck things up.
phone. Never
Okay.
leave a peripatetic.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you just get back to the middle of the thing. Milady Green Vapors is going to run down this hallway, and that's the end of your turn. The virus
Okay.
is in pursuit, but not chasing you guys like sprinting, just kind of like following you afterwards at a nonchalant pace.
Okay, scared.
Back to intern Johnny. Oh,
He's
sorry.
just getting water. He's just getting water.
I'm going to grab some water too then. So you
Yeah,
you guys can do the opposite and release your water into a cup.
Wait, I was gonna go too to get some. I was gonna go to the washroom, like for real.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Stan's the only one that's allowed. Oh wait,
We'll
Stan.
do a real
Washroom.
bathroom break.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
don't have Kurt's here anyway to fill the cup, so what's the point? Sam, I was because we're playing in this labyrinth right now. I was remembering that game you made in OCAD with a Minotaur
Oh yeah.
for a Simone Jones class,
Whoa.
Yeah.
and the Minotaur just followed the walls all the time. It was great,
Thanks.
and you
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
in front of it. I think.
Yeah. Performance. I taught myself Unity in 3 weeks and didn't get any better at it from that point.
That one was really good though.
That was good. Peak performance.
Yeah.
Did you control it while you were running in front of the screen?
I think somebody else controlled it. I think I hooked up I had a controller and mimicked it, and you were the Minotaur. Vaguely standing where the Minotaur was implied on the game. In the game.
I love it.
Can't believe I graduated art school.
Do you still have, does that game still exist?
No. I mean, it might somewhere on this computer, but buried very deep in desktop cleanup folder inside desktop cleanup folder.
Yes. 20 levels.
Should make a
Yeah.
We should make a dungeon in this game that's based off of that.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Like the way people shove desktop folders and just kind of scattered IP in this game, I guess, and then you just keep making room with that IP with a portal to the next room in it. At some point you'll go into an executive's you'll go into Jones' laptop or something like that, and be lost in his disorganization or something.
Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, at first it seems really organized. There's nothing on the desktop except this one folder, also called desktop.
Oh no.
Oh my god! It's like a horror campaign of just how disorganized his laptop truly is. Which TGM exec would have the worst organized information database, guys? Fire shots.
Ivan's phone's folders are all named Ivan.phone and a number at the end.
What would Kyle's look like?
Yeah, I was gonna vote for Kyle. I was gonna vote for Kyle just being a messy slob of a boy.
It's all gibberish file names all on the desktop. There aren't any folders. It all happens here.
I felt like it was an edgy decision at the time. Or like
How-
Kale would start doing that like as a kid and think it was cool, and then just kind of like loyally stick to it, even as he realized it was becoming detrimental.
It's who I am.
He's like, it's the cool way I do it.
How late are we gonna go with this?
We should we should stop soon. Why don't we try to just complete one more round?
Very well.
Or we can stop now if people are starting to fade, because like dungeon crawling it's like more exciting when it's like fresh, and then like, and you guys are just getting into this dungeon.
Mhm.
What do you guys feel? We can stop now, or we can play one more go around.
I feel neutral. I'm happy to stop, and I'm also happy to go one more round.
I could do. Let's do one more round. One more quickie
Okay.
round.
One more round.
Cool. All right. So pretty much we're gonna. So Jonathan, you're gonna go, and then on your next turn, that will be the last turn. So, Jonathan, you actually get to go twice. Everyone else gets to go one more time. What do you do, room boy?
I move. Well, is this the extent of my room? These black borders, or is that just?
Jonathan, you should know exactly the extent of your room.
Yeah, it would be unethical for me to hide that from you after what you used your whole turn to do last time, which was invent a spell to know specifically the dimensions. So you don't need to ask that question. You know more about that than I do.
Great. Oh, I see. And these are S's. Aha.
So there's two doors in your room. You heard something behind the door on the right.
I go to that door and open it.
Oh,
It's locked.
shoot.
Oh, I should make a. What sort of lock is it?
You are the best suited character to unlock doors.
Ooh.
You know, when Sam was just a second ago, was like, like trying to come up with an elaborate spell to lock this door, and I was like, no, you're not good at that. You can't do that. Well, Jonathan, you are great at that. You are really good at that. You can make keys for days and unlock doors at a whim.
That's what I always
Sec
tell
ops could also be good at unlocking doors too, right? Like cryptography.
Sec ops would be good if there was like a more complicated security system on it. For just producing a key and interacting with the world physically, code is by far the best.
Well, okay, so if I'm making a key, then I have. Well, yeah. I was imagining more like just breaking the lock itself than making. Because I don't want to make. Producing new material sounds taxing.
You can try to affect the lock itself, sure.
So do I first have to make up a new D6 spell? Lock.
Yeah.
Oh.
+1
Well,
is bad
better
one.
than nothing.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, it's good that you didn't roll a 0.
That's the spirit. So then I do that to try to break the lock.
Yeah. You fail.
Blasted.
And that will be your turn. And now we're over to Kathy.
Hello.
And Kathy, you can see that you're down like you can see a long hall ahead of you.
Cool. I'll look in. Can I peek into the first little, like, let me move one and to see if my vision extends a little to that area? 'Cause
Yeah.
I think I heard some audio go over that way. Oh, there's a door. I see. Okay, I'm gonna try the door.
Okay. Yeah, you have that that piece of code, so you definitely get in. However, I'm going to move you to a different spot on the map, but you don't know that. You just feel like you walk in that door,
Uh-oh.
and you walk in. You open the door. Wait, sorry, I'm going to
Where
move
do I
you.
go?
I cannot find her anywhere.
just slightly south of where she was.
Oh,
I've now.
interesting. I see. I'm back at where I was up there. Whoa, is that Carmen?
You walk in and you see intern Carpet like slumped on the floor.
Oh no!
I go
She-
to
she-
I go to look at her. I go to help
She
her.
looks up as you walk in, and she says, "Oh, thank God."
Intern Carpet, what are you doing here?
I've been trapped in here for a little while. Like, thank God you found me.
But you were just up. But I just spoke to you like 30 minutes ago.
On the surface or down here?
On the surface is.
Oh, that must have been an imposter they replaced me with. Cat, make a
Whoa.
people skills check. Sorry, I haven't given you any athletic opportunities tonight. I feel bad. I feel like I've been giving you a lot of skill checks and none of the one you're good at. Okay, 2. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't have like a. Maybe you feel compassion for this tragedy and an outrage that you have been duped by the carpet on the surface.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know how I got in here, but you're welcome to hang out with me until we both get out.
Yeah, I will. I'll, if you can help me get out of here, like it would mean a lot. I don't know how long I've been down here.
Oh my god. Well, okay, let's go, I guess.
Kat, make another perception check.
That's such a real answer. I don't know
Oh
how
my
long I've
God.
been here. Oh wow.
Oh jeez.
Kat, when you come, you can notice at least like the obvious that like when you come out, the door that you came in through seems like way further away. Like you feel
Yeah.
spatially disoriented for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that's weird.
Um,
Do you know how you got in here, Intern Carpet? Do you remember how you entered this room?
Well, I was investigating this space specifically, and I got lost in this hologram. I haven't been able to get out of that room.
Wait, we're in a hologram?
Oh, yeah. Well, that's my guess. That's not like that's what I've been able to figure out so
Oh,
far.
shit. Okay.
But like, I don't know. It might not be a hologram. Like,
No, that
like
sounds, I mean, that
maybe
sounds,
maybe you can tell me.
I don't know. I mean, that sounds good with me. Do you want to go south? Do you want to? Can I take a step south?
I don't know. This is my first time out of this room in a long time, and the hallway doesn't look anything like I remember it being when I got lost in here.
Oh man, it's my turn. I just meant it's my turn over, or can I like go south?
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking
Out of character.
Yeah, you can go south, but that will be the end of your turn, and then we'll go. So you find 2 more doors this way. And I will
Oh.
move you both there. Also, I'll put you here so you can decide where to go on your next turn. And there is Intern Carpet behind you, and we're going to go over to Sam.
Whoa.
Sam, you created Escape Artist. Sam, another thing to make a perception check again. What's your bonus skill, Sam?
My bonus skill is people.
People skills. Okay. I'm really giving the wrong ones to the wrong people.
Oh, actually, it's -2 perception. So that's
You notice-
even worse.
You notice that the black fog, the glowing black fog, has continued to fill the room and is now like up to your knees
Hmm.
and seems to be rising.
Ooh.
I would like to remove that brand.
Right. What's the thing for that? Or what's the ability you're using?
I guess, alter brand.
Yeah, so you can't remove it.
Okay, so instead of
You're a creator, not a
right,
destroyer.
so is the shape like cloud, big black cloud?
You actually haven't seen the shape. You learned the shape was crescent moon. The color is black fog.
Okay, I'm going to change the color to light blue. Just light blue, smooth, like kind of plastic. Just something real clear, real easy to see and work with here.
Clear.
Yeah.
So you change the color to clear plastic blue. Okay. It still seems to be entering and filling you with the same feelings and thoughts, but now it looks more like instead of drowning in glowing black fog, you're gonna drown in clear blue plastic that you can see through and still see the doors.
Okay. I have the ability personal brandscape.
That's just a database where you keep brand elements to use.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going.
Why did you have an idea of how you wanted to use it?
I was hoping a little bit it would be like Nightcrawler and X-Men when he teleports to an alternate dimension that he moves in. And then,
Cool.
Right.
I thought that would be a bit much, but
yeah, that's what the personal brandscape does. It's like a dimensional teleporter.
Yeah, one of those. Okay, I'm just going to try to escape through the door by using my newfound talents as escaping through doors.
Yeah, you feel the emotion of escape artist, and you go at that door, and your eyes like dart around the room like an escape artist's would.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, you spy in the back corner of the room, and you see some just wall shavings, and you're like, an escape artist like me could probably pick the lock with those.
Not
Whoa.
only do I recognize wall shavings and know what they are, I can use them properly.
Yeah, this is honestly just like how you are and how you think as like someone with a personal brand of escape artist. Like you just notice details that other people miss.
Okay, I'm out of here.
You get to work on the lock, and it's proving pretty difficult, but you're like, whatever, I'm an escape artist. I'll take as much time as I need. I will get out of this door because I'm an escape artist. While this is happening, I'm just trying to leave everyone's turn on a place to leave off on. The clear blue plastic goes over your head, and you start to really be completely consumed by crippling self-reflection.
I would be overwhelmed at this, but I just look inward and see an escape artist who, under the pressures of drowning, simply knows that they have to focus.
We'll leave your turn at there. You're now really inside this brand and trying to hold to your core brand of being an escape artist. Curse. I know what's going to happen.
Tell us what happened with Curse. Tell us some details.
I'll just say the Curse is in her room trying to solve her problem by summoning viruses.
Okay.
Shmi.
Yeah.
Lady Green Vapors is just like, we need to get as far away from that as possible.
Oh, tell me why.
That's a virus. I don't know what it does, but probably nothing good. Let's keep moving.
Okay,
Lady Green Vapors runs down the hall.
Maybe you're just being a bit paranoid. Sometimes viruses can be nice. Maybe we should talk to them.
That's not a virus you summoned. Come on.
Have you ever spoken to a virus before?
Yes.
Oh. Do you get bad vibes?
Viruses always give off bad vibes. Look at how they're looking at us. Are you not following her? She's running down the hall. She's like,
I'm gonna follow her. I'm faithful. Right, where are you leading me?
you come to a door. If you have a way of getting in that door, we should hide in there, or we should keep running.
Should I try and open it? Can I open it?
Okay, so you kind of have the most flexibility in this situation since it's a hologram map.
Yeah. So can I just? I'm gonna hologram key.
First, I want you to make a will save.
Oh, I have high will. I think that's my highest thing. I think it's 2.
That's
Oh,
okay. That's a really good roll.
a lady. You see that?
So Maya, in this
Yeah.
in this map right now, you can feel Matrix-like.
Okay. Cool.
Or I mean, like, I'll still make. I will. There will be restrictions imposed, but like,
I'm a god.
You recognize the labyrinth, at least everything you've seen so far, as an illusion, and can treat it as such.
Milady, everything is an illusion.
Yeah,
Just
I
stick
know.
with me.
That's kind of a offensive thing to say to me.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I mean, I get this place, and I get you.
Good. Let's hide in here.
Okay, let's go in.
You go in, and what do you find? Is Intern curse.
What? Intern curse.
Intern curse is looking really distraught and it's being
What
like,
are you doing?
nothing's working. What's going on? Where are we?
Okay, I make like a glowing orb around Intern curse to make like the situation feel like calm and warm and like happy.
That would be very brand mutation and not something.
Yeah, I was gonna say, excuse me. You do no such thing.
Not without me, you don't.
I summon a holographic warm egg that Intern curse can step into.
I'm going to end your turn there.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Intern curse is looking very confused, and is in her phone trying to like do stuff. But, anyways, and then let's go over to Jonathan for the last turn of the night.
I tried to use my delocking spell again, my break lock.
Right.
I rolled 1 and then I add 4 to it from my level. Correct, right? So it's 5.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of blanked there for a sec. Jonathan, it seems to have no effect, and you don't know why. Like, you feel like that should have worked.
Okay, go and try the other door.
Same thing happens. Like the code fundamentally is not even. It's not even like you're kind of off. Like, you feel like you made a code that should do what you just asked it to do. Like, you feel confident about the code, like you've executed it well, but it is having no effect. And I can't tell you why, but yeah.
Nor can I. That's my turn.
Yeah, and that's a good place to stop, leaving you all in different degrees of mortal peril or new discoveries.
Did you make this map, Ian?
No, I stole the template from them. This map's not even the real map. I have the map hand drawn. I'm using this as a. I'll after we finish it, I'll explain how I used it. I can't say it without giving away something about it.
Sure.
But no, I didn't draw these lines. That'd be a cute, dorky move by me to make these little hexes on the side.
Yeah, I like them.
A little illustrator. No, I just needed a pretty, like a pretty generic
Yeah.
series of rooms because they're like interacting on a system that's handwritten. So the shape of this map is actually really unimportant. Anyways, good job, everybody. I'm kind of trying to trap you guys in this and force you to use 6Stream so I can like extract like really good. Yeah. You guys are really being put in a literal like rat race right now, but I think it's like I think it's working.
Okay.
Another intern testing facility.
Yeah, it's just intern testing facility after intern testing facility. What are we on Ivan Phone's laptop right now? Going through his folders.
Are we?
Okay, I'm turning off the stream. Goodbye.